I really need a man who yearns for me. Translating, I want a boy who will sit in the cuck chair while I get rearranged by 10 other guys, then he'll clean the wet sheets from all the mess I made, then tells me he loves me after.
For those of you who've been through the divorce, going through the divorce with somebody who's threatening divorce, I love that too. Women who constantly threaten, I'll leave you. I'm going to divorce you. That is so freaking toxic. By the way, these women that are always in relationships, in marriages, like threatening, I will leave you if you do. I'm going to divorce you, right? Toxic energy, right? Thinking that threat's going to have you puppy dog your way back and do whatever she wants. Honey, listen, maybe he winds up divorcing you.
Need a man for what? Need a man for what? Can someone please tell me what I would need a man for?
Can't get her out of my mind. Wow. Think about the girl all the time. Wow. I like the way you work it. No diggity. I got to bag it up.
Those ladies in this situation are doing everything right. Like, that is adorable for them to have that sense of humor and to put those fake glasses on. Now, everyone is in the comments of this video really bashing the guys because they didn't really have any reaction, like didn't even crack a smile. And I usually always, you guys know, I'm in your corner. There's two reasons why these guys may have had that reaction. Number one, they're taken, so they shouldn't find any other woman funny. Or two, they did have a reaction. They were just in shock and they didn't show it within the first 2 seconds. I find it very hard to believe that one of these situations was not occurring because I think that most men would find this to be adorable. Am I right, guys?
You guys, I'm so tired of being an independent woman. I don't want to be that. I don't want to pay my bills in full, okay? I want to go halvesies. I don't care, okay? I want someone to pump my gas. I don't want to do this.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video.
She don't want to be saved, bro. Hear me out. I've been 18, 25, 30. You meet a woman, she's down on her luck. And you like her, right? Like, you see things in her that she don't even see in herself, and you see potential, and you're like, you know what? I'ma save her, and I'm gonna be different from every other man that used in her. I'm gonna be different from every other man that caused her trauma and caused her pain, and I'm gonna love her, and I'm gonna give her my all. And what you have to understand, bro, is she's a dream girl. And I know what you're thinking. What do you mean she's a dream girl, Truth? She's only good for one night only, bro. She's not meant to be saved. She don't want to be saved. The predicament and the circumstances that she's in right now, bro. She wants to be there. See, the reason why you can't save her is because she's not ready to appreciate a man like you. She wouldn't even understand how to appreciate a good guy. Do you know that when you try to save these women who don't want to be saved, they're going to always revert back to the men who treat them how they actually view themselves?
Like I say, single women keep women single. Why is this? Because they care more about their female friends' feelings than they care about their men. And gentlemen, this is where you need to start drawing the line. If a woman can't apologize, leave her. Give her the benefit of the doubt. Tell her the first time, but tell her, look, when you mess up, and you will, I need an apology. And the apology needs to fit the offense, because soon as you mess up, soon as you do something, you start swinging into doing it more, because that's the way we've been cultured. The men got to fix women, but women ain't got to do except be there for men. You're supposed to be there for management of emotion, stroking of ego. They don't even understand the impact, guys. Women don't even understand the impact of when they do something wrong and they act like they didn't do it. And then when they finally get around to apologizing, they are indirect about it and then say, I apologize. And you're left like, that's empty.
So the other day, I was talking to one of my homeboys of why he doesn't talk to women anymore, right? And the response this gave me, I had to write it down and share with y'all niggas, bro, because it's insane. I'm like, bro, is it fighting fire? It's told me, I don't chase the tide. If the waves come, he'll dance with them. I told him, what do you mean? He said, hold on, let me finish. If the tides don't come, I'll still be at the shore. This nigga's philosophical with it. My bad, bro. I didn't even know that you were on this type of journey. The fact that you just spoke to me, is this fire? This speaking like he a poet now. So my bad, bro. I'm gonna leave you alone for that. My bad.
And remember, ladies, if he's inconsistent, that means that he wants you to get with a new man. You're welcome.
Or maybe he's an inconsistent person, and that's not ideal, but a lot of people are. So if she's inconsistent, do we hold her to the same standard if she makes dinner 5 days a week instead of 7? It's just so weird how men are held to a much higher standard than women ever will be. Why is it that men get absolutely no understanding for anything? And is it that he's inconsistent? Is he overwhelmed? Does he have too much on his plate? We never consider those things. What about the things he does do for you? Do you see, acknowledge, and appreciate those things? Or do you only see the things that he's not doing? Because a man will stop giving effort if the effort he's giving is not appreciated or acknowledged. And why wouldn't he change things up in that case? A lot of women go into relationships expecting everything to just be handed to them. And they can't even be bothered to at least say thank you. It's just expected. But if men expect anything, they're heavily shamed for it.
I've officially decided that I'm no longer a lover girl. I am now a supervillain. I don't believe in love anymore. I have no hope in men. I used to think like, oh my God, no, not all men, not all men. I'm done. I'm just done. Nothing in particular set me off, set me over the ledge, but it's just, I think, the experience I've had as a whole. It's over. No more.
The marriage that you and your spouse both want in 10 years starts with how you treat each other today. Not on the wedding, not on anniversaries, not on vacations or date nights. Today, in the normal, boring, everyday moments. It's built in how you both talk to each other when you are stressed. It's built in how you treat each other when you are tired. It's built in whether you say thank you or I love you, whether you reach for their hand, whether you choose to be kind even when you are annoyed. People think marriages fall apart because of one big thing. But most marriages don't fall apart all at once. They fall apart slowly when two people start to feel alone in the same house. Strong marriages are not built in big moments. They are built in the way you speak to each other on normal days. In the way you always show up, no matter what. In the way you keep choosing each other over and over again. So if you want a strong marriage later, be a good spouse today.
You know, a lot of these modern women, it's crazy. They can have all these preferences that they want. Oh, you gotta look a certain way, you gotta have a certain body type, and all that other stuff. All that. That's standard. That's no, oh, I know my worth. I know what I want. But the moment a man says, hey, I would like a woman to take care of herself this way. Hey, I would like a woman to behave in this way. Hey, I would like a woman who don't have 10 kids. Shallow, insecure. Now you can't take it. You're not a real man. I need a real man to step up. Okay. I don't even think you know what a real man is.
I see why walk out, ain't gonna lie. I would never, but I could see why you could be like, yo, this, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, on some human level, I get it, but don't do that, bro. Call your bros. That's why all my friends that get therapy. Fact.
Conversations.
Therapy is gangsta.
Get a mentor.
Yes.
Same thing with men. And
yes.
like you said, men are the prize. There's some good men out there.
Yes, ma'am.
I would never say all men.
Right.
Because that's not the truth, right? But again, you can understand why a man would walk out.
Right.
But you also understand how important a man's presence is.
Yes, sir.
In a child's life and in a woman's life.
Mm-hmm.
So you chose positively.
Is it insecure of a man not to like or want you to dress sexy in order for you to be his wife?
What's sexy?
What I got on, like what I got on right now.
Oh, let me. I gotta get a good look at you. Let me see. Where your shirt at? Kitty, what do you think?
And that's what they think sexy look like, dressing half naked. They want to wear a panty with just a mesh dress, and then they think that their husband or their man should be okay with them going out like that, where everybody can just look at them and see everything. What man is going to be okay with that? That is some attention-seeking dressing, because what reason do you have to leave your house with your popping out like that if you're not trying to get attention? The attention your man is giving you is not enough? That's the way you dress when you're single. You dress like that because you're seeking attention and men can approach you and start conversation and possibly start a relationship. But when you get into a relationship, why are you dressing like that? And then they call it insecure. It's insecure to not want your woman getting unnecessary attention from other men out there.
That's why men are walking away from women. Not out of spite, not out of hatred, out of self-preservation. Because the state of modern women today means the juice is no longer worth the squeeze. Why? Because they compromise peace instead of multiplying it.
Actually, that claim doesn't really hold up empirically. If you look at the data, young men aren't disproportionately walking away. In fact, they're still actually more likely to report actively seeking relationships and desiring marriage than young women. This is despite the fact that most men in their 20s are single, while most women in their 20s are not. As a whole, people are turning away from the effort, risks, and responsibilities of dating and marriage and starting families, but the more robust trend is a decline in women's interest in marriage and long-term partnership, not a collapse in men's desire for it.
Happy Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, guys.
So far, so good.
I'm kidding, that's a joke.
Never mind.
I think it is very weird, the concept of this Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, which is not a real holiday.
Okay then, but doesn't that text across the screen just broadcast great things to come?
Then why the don't women have a mental health month? I don't see no Women's Mental Health Month.
Where's this going? Because somehow I don't think it's about equality.
I think it is very weird that the concept of Men's Mental Health Awareness Month is basically meant to make us women feel bad. Make us feel bad that your guys' mental health is.
What exactly would lead a person to that conclusion? Well, maybe they have something to feel bad for, but it's amazing how many individuals actually try to make things that are really about others all about themselves.
Like, everyone's mental health is important. But it's weird that the concept of this month is meant to prove to women that, we don't give a fuck about you guys. We are not your mothers, okay?
Yeah, that is not what Men's Mental Health Month is about. It is actually about recognizing some of the unique struggles that men actually are going through all across the world, trying to maintain and in some cases regain their mental health. But some women out there think that it's about trying to make women feel bad for how they treat men. Well, in some cases, if the shoe fits, wear it, but it's not always about you.
How much does a man have to make to date you?
How much does he have to what?
Make to date you.
How much he has to make? I mean, first of all, he gotta be rich as like Elon Musk. Like
how much?
Like Elon Musk.
You think a guy who's rich like Elon Musk is going for you, though?
Elon Musk would eat this pussy all night. 80 years old or 8 years old, he wanna eat this. It's like that.
What makes you think he'd be interested in you?
What makes you think he'd be interested in me? I mean, first of all, I'm so sexy. I'm very natural. I ain't no, hood bitch. Ain't no street bitch. Ain't no airplane bitch. Ain't no one-of-a-kind bitch. You know what I mean? I ain't like that.
So what kind of girl are you then?
What kind of girl am I? I'm super fun. You know what I mean? I'm so adventurous. I'm just kidding. I'm really just a bad bitch. I don't give a f- about nobody. Okay. I don't give a f- You know what? Every time I meet somebody, they
Everybody.
not take the heat. And that's point blank.
Fun fact, my husband and I got married on April 1st. And because it was April Fool's Day, a lot of people did not believe that we actually got married. But now that we have lived some years of marriage, I realize there's a lot I wish I could go back and tell the girl on that wedding day. I would tell her that marriage is not 50-50 like everybody tries to say. Some days it's 80-20, some days it's 20-80. And a good marriage is just two people couple taking turns, being the strong one when the other one is tired. I would tell her, you are going to marry someone that is different than you. And that's not a problem to fix. That is a person to learn. I would tell her that most arguments aren't actually about the dishes, the money, or the schedule. They are usually about feeling unappreciated, feeling disrespected, feeling like you are carrying a lot with nobody noticing. I would tell her that a good marriage is not built on big romantic moments. It's built on how you talk to each other when you are stressed, how you treat each other when you are tired, and how you show up for each other on the days that are not special at all. So be kind on the normal days. Be patient on the hard days. And never forget, you are on the same team. Because at the end of the day, it's not you versus each other. It's both of you versus the problem. Happy anniversary to us.
You know, dating feels like an audition where you don't even know the role that you're being hired for. Like you just performing, you know, I'm just trying to figure out what you want. I mean, men do a lot. I'm doing a lot trying to impress you. But for modern women, they're so scatterbrained that the criteria, the things that they want, it keeps changing. They can watch a movie, criteria change. What she wanted last week, she don't want that this week. What she wanted yesterday, she don't want that today. And you have men out here, figuratively speaking, tap dancing for these modern women, trying to figure out what they want, trying to figure out what they're looking for. And most of the time, she don't even know herself.
Would you rather date a virgin waiting for marriage or date a girl with like 300 bodies?
Oh, this is tough. What do I want? Do I want the rookie or the vet? 300 bodies. Is she clean or does she come with stuff?
She's clean the same way you're clean, not getting tested.
What mama don't know won't hurt her. I think I would. I don't know. This is tough.
I'm glad I posed a question that's making you guys think.
I couldn't imagine having with a virgin. Like obviously we would be the same age, but like a 26-year-old virgin, I almost feel like, I don't know if she would be fun, like not even just in terms of like the bedroom, but like can she go out and like hang and have a good time?
But I wouldn't say that makes her like not fun.
Right, but
I just feel bad for her.
Yeah. I think
I was worried about asking this question because I was worried about how you specifically would reply to it.
I think I'm doing all right. I think I would lean towards the virgin.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd lean towards the virgin for sure.
That doesn't sound like a lean. That sounds like a firm answer.
Yeah, I'd head towards the virgin.
Yeah. Fair.
So speaking of character, who do you think I'm more like, you or mom?
Well, I think in many ways you got that tenacity and that take no prisoner attitude like your dad, and you got a certain fierceness like your dad. But deep down, when you peel back the layers, you really like your mom in many ways too. And I'm going to leave it at that. You know what I'm saying, I'm sorry, guys, that she's the way she is. You guys that didn't make the cut,
True.
That's her dad. And
here, y'all taught me.
Can't be no wimp.
Yeah, you cannot. You got to mean what you say and say what you mean.
That's right.
And that's one thing I'm learning. I actually have learned. I got asked to do a podcast before Brock and I had gone to Chicago. And they were like, would your fiance like to come? And I was like, I'll ask him. And so I asked him. And he was like, no, because he's not a podcaster. Right. And in my past, I feel
Thank
like...
God for that.
Right. That part. In my past, I would have asked him again and again and again. Or I would have tried to change his mind.
Right.
And now I'm in a place where I'm not challenging his answers to me. If his answer is no, it's no. Now, before I went, I might say, did you want to come do this podcast? Mm-hmm. And I told the lady, he probably won't come or whatever's going on. But I'm learning that as a girlfriend, fiance, wife, whatever, we have to stop challenging everything that man says just because of what we want.
Yeah, because that doesn't bring peace. You want peace in the relationship for both of you. And like in my past, when I was younger, before I met your mom, like there was a lot of women who always sweated the small stuff. And no guy, if he's honest and if he's true to his feelings, like nobody wants a woman where he can't have any peace, or she's sweating small things that don't even matter and make a big deal of it. So I would say a lot of women got to learn, don't sweat the small stuff, because a man, all he really wants, when he's with his woman and they are together and when they have a household, all they really want is peace. A man just wants peace in his abode. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of guys right today don't even know what that is. Are they scared?
They scared. They don't have a conversation because they scared.
Like, what happened to being a natural man?
Yeah. Just a conversation.
Just don't be scared, man.
Man, it's a struggle out here.
Then on the flip side, though, I think a lot of women make these guys scared and insecure because a lot of women don't know what they want either.
I love being independent,
But, babe, it gets to a point, like, I'm tired. I'm tired of being independent now. I am a woman. I don't want to take out no garbage. Like, I'm tired of taking out the garbage. Like, I'm tired. I'm tired of trying to move this big stove myself, move this big refrigerator myself, just to sweep behind it. Like, this is why I need a man. I'm tired of groceries. I live on the 3rd floor. Groceries is the toughest time of my life. I'm tired of walking up and down the stairs with all these bags out of breath, huffing and puffing just to bring food into the house. I'm tired of bringing big boxes in the house myself. I am tired of being an independent woman. Like, it just gets to a point where certain things is like, this is what a man is supposed to be doing. Like, I'm tired of why am I pumping my own gas? Why am I pumping my own gas? Like, please, that's something a man should be doing. Why am I doing that? I shouldn't be doing that. Like, it just gets to a point. I be in here being Bob the Builder. Like, where's the man? Where's the man? Please.
Y'all, I haven't even been posting in forever, and I had to, like, come out of hiding for this next one.
It has to be studied how men will claim they've never been treated right, but will push the girl away who will literally do anything for them. Like, sir, what do you mean you've never been loved right?
Let's be honest. These men are suffering from unhealed trauma, entitlement, and misogyny. I'll explain. Unhealed trauma because their daddy wasn't and their mama wasn't. And they said, everybody always abandoned me my whole life. But when they grew up to not be either. They grew up to treat other people like, and relationship after relationship, they continue to blame the other person because they just wouldn't let me be me. They kept trying to change me. They just weren't happy. They were crazy. I didn't do anything. I just loved them too much. I want the freedom to treat you like or however they want without you holding them accountable.
I genuinely don't even know where to begin in this video because what do you mean that a man saying that he's never been loved or treated properly means that he's misogynistic and entitled? Like, do you hear yourself when you talk or make this up in your head to avoid accountability? Imagine a woman came online and said she's never been loved properly. Would you sit there and gaslight her and tell her that it's not true? Because that's exactly what you're doing to the men. How many women have ever taken accountability for yelling, for screaming, for talking down to a man, for emasculating a man, for making fun of a man, for mentally, emotionally, physically that man? Probably never. So you want to talk about accountability? Where are women owning up to their own? You want to talk about entitlement? Last time I checked, women think that they are automatically entitled to a man's time. If you start talking to a man, then all of a sudden y'all think that he owes you his quality time. But not only that, is you expect him to pay for everything, so you feel entitled to all of his money. So if he's earned his money for the last 10 years, but he's known you for a week, you think that he should be taking you out on dates, spending money on you. He doesn't even know you yet, but y'all think that you're entitled to everything that he has already built before you. Like, make that make sense. And then to sit here and like pretend like everybody cares about mental health when you're literally making fun of somebody's actual trauma. And obviously, your entire video is some form of projection, because since when do you get on the internet and want to cry about someone's trauma or their accountability while simultaneously doing the exact same thing? What is it? The men that you want aren't interested in you, so you're pissed off, or you're not conventionally attractive enough to attract the men that you desire, so you're pissed off and you have daddy issues? Like, we can go on and on all day and back and forth, but at the end of the day, if a man says that he hasn't been loved properly, since when are we making fun of that? There are men out here that don't speak up, that keep to themselves, that are providing every single day for an ungrateful woman. How many times have men gone into conversations where they haven't wanted it to start as an argument and it turns into an argument because she wants to bring up from 3 years ago? Or how many times has a man been on a grind trying to build a future for his family or for his girlfriend, trying to build a company, trying to be successful, only to then be accused of cheating because she's too busy scrolling social media and, you know, the internet is telling her, oh my God, he hates you. It's misogyny. Oh my God, he hates women. And that same woman will never tell you that he's on the grind for her, that he's busting his for her, that everything around her that she has is because of him. And all this is the fact that you are the exact woman that this woman is talking about. You are the type of woman that is not treating men properly. So when things go sour, now you want to blame it on their misogyny because you don't want to take accountability. So take a look in the mirror. Okay, bye.
You know, let these women tell it. You can have a job, you can have a car, you can have an apartment or a house. It don't matter. You can be in shape, a respectful dude, you can be consistent, and it still ain't enough. It still ain't enough. These modern women really know how to go through your life, and even though there ain't nothing wrong, they know how to find something wrong. Yo, you're not checking my check. Oh, you wear white loafers instead of black. God, dog, man. God, dog, you could be doing everything right and still get passed over with these modern women. And at what point do men just say, forget it? This is stupid.
What's your body count number? And does it really matter in relationships? We're talking about the amount of people partners have had sex with. Now, for me, it doesn't really matter. I don't care how many you've really had. The only time it actually factors in for me as potential information is just knowing the level of relationship experience and experience my partners had, because it helps me understand like how new things are going to be for them.
Right.
Things that they haven't experienced. Do they have a bucket list that they're wanting to do? You know, it kind of helps me understand that environment with them. But it really doesn't matter if they've had 1, 3, 5, 100. It just doesn't matter to me. It's really about understanding the level of experience with intimacy and relationships that the other person has had.
Yeah.
But it's become such a hot topic. That number.
Yeah.
Does it really matter to you, Olivia?
And I'm hoping you guys can help me settle something.
Okay, I'll be happy to help.
And we can put the rumors to rest once and for all.
Ooh, rumors. I like rumors. I don't, but what's up?
Will men ever not pursue a woman because they are intimidated by her?
Ah, that rumor. No.
Will men ever not pursue a woman because they're just too scared of how much they're gonna fall in love with her?
Ah, that other rumor. No, that's not true either.
I've been fed this tale that if a man is not pursuing you and a man is not making plans with you, that's probably because he's intimidated by you. He's intimidated by your success. He's intimidated by your beauty. He's intimidated by how fancy of a lifestyle you have.
Yeah, you know who fed you that rumor? Other women. Neither are true. If a man isn't pursuing you, it's just because he's not into you. I mean, there's nothing wrong with you. It's just that he personally does not like you in that way. Hopefully that helps.
What it is that women are just too scared to admit that he's just not that into you and that he just doesn't like us.
Oh, okay, you got there on your own. Good. Sometimes it's not even really you. It's what he thinks you are based on his past experiences. Like, you might remind him of someone, like your lifestyle, your success, all that stuff. You remind him of someone else that he pursued and that just like failed spectacularly. So he doesn't want to do all that again. So he's like, you know what? I'm probably gonna avoid this type of person in the future. So once again, it's not even you, it's kind of you. But don't take it personally. There's like literally a billion people out there.
I wish that I could be
Here comes the
as delusional as some men.
Welcome back to Delulu Land, where the Delilah seem to believe that all of the Delulu logic comes straight from a man.
Are you serious?
Because what? How are y'all okay with the woman that you are with? You say you love working.
No free lunch for you.
If she wants to do it, that's one thing. If you require her to work and pay for anything, sir, what?
Flag on the play. I don't know what the hell that was supposed to be, but in 2026, unless a guy's rich, both the man and the woman have to get out here and grind to get these chips. You ain't never lied.
I am never again ever gonna be with somebody who's like, oh, so what do you do for work? Like that's the first thing they ask.
I figured it out.
Next time I'm just be like, I volunteer. I make nothing.
Are you trying to take advantage of me?
I just would like to be taken care of by someone, the love of my life, that wants to give me a soft life so I can be the most feminine that I've ever been, which has been basically never, which is probably why the past 6 years, I've buzzed all my hair off like 10 times.
Can you be quiet for a minute?
And that concludes today's tour through the mind of a Delulu Delilah.
Got my blood pressure all up.
Gentlemen, listen. If the only reason she's with you is for you to be her retirement plan, then you don't need her in your life.
That's right.
Do yourself a favor when you find out that she thinks like this and show her ass taillights and tailpipes.
If men are constantly staring at you, but they never approach, here's why. First of all, being constantly approached by men is not a good sign. Girl, do the hokey pokey and turn your back around. And we're gonna do the For Dummies version on this one because I've made this video before. There are two types of women that men will like. I like you for the night, or I like you for forever, or at least in the meantime. More than just like a one night thing. Girl number one, all of my appliances are running. Girl number one, I like you for the night girl, will get approached a lot. And you may have a friend like this who is constantly approached. Here's why. And this is gonna be harsh, but I really don't give a shit. There is a certain aesthetic that men will constantly approach because they know it is an easy aesthetic. I'm not saying I agree with this. Dress however you want, look however you want, but it is true. If you're up to your neck, everything is visible and your butthole's about to come out, what do you think? Of course they're gonna approach that person. Duh. They look like easy pickings. Okay? It is what it is. This may not even be that they're prettier than you. It may not be that aesthetically they have more on you. It just looks to a man, in a man's eyes, this is easy. I don't need to do much work for this. Now, situation two, the girl that's good for forever, or at least the one that they want to date and have something with. Here's the thing about being option two. Okay, option two is when they do not come up to you as often, they stare a lot, but no one really ever approaches you. Number one, you look expensive. Men will not approach women that they feel they cannot financially support or at least get through the dating period on. This is true. If you're sitting there in gold, diamonds, and a Rolex, and he's wearing a Timex, all right, he's probably not gonna approach you. And he's doing you a favor, okay? He's doing you a favor. Now all of my appliances keep going off. Now the other side of the coin is this. You may be looking like a girl who is wife material. Now there is two sides to this, okay? Because wife material to a man usually means they can use you, but that's like another end of the spectrum. We'll get into that in another video. But you look like wife material, okay? You are dressed the right way. You have the right demeanor about you. Likely you're not falling over drunk, you know what I'm saying? And on top of that, you're beautiful. More than likely, 99% of the time, you will not get approached because most men know they gotta chase the rabbit to get the tail. And some of them just wanna be Elmer Fudd, you know what I mean? Where's the wabbit? You also look like a girl who will very likely turn them down. Again, this is a good thing. Do not take this personally. When a man does approach you, that will be your point to go ahead and vet him, and you can see, is this man actually a good man, okay? The ones who aren't coming up to you, I promise you, are doing you a big, big, big favor. Don't let this pull you down, okay? Do not let this pull you down. There is a top for every pot. And you happen to be a French pot, a copper pot, one that needs more love, time, and attention, and the right person will come along who can do that. I love you.
You know, a lot of these women, a lot of these modern women anyway, they want a man that doesn't want them back. They want a billionaire. They want a billionaire that don't even know they exist. They want these men that are top 1%, that have never even seen them. They've been in this man's face, and that man don't know them from the next girl. That's the type of man they want. They're chasing the 1%, you know, maybe even 5%. Chasing these guys, tall ones, rich ones, ones with options. And honestly, truly, these guys don't really have a reason to commit to them. There's nothing unique about them. And they keep getting played by the same type of dude over and over again. Meanwhile, the regular man is right there in your face. But apparently for these modern women, regular ain't good enough.